The entire structure of the way consumer brands are created is itself going through a transformation. In a way, the news industry, the music industry, the video industry were canaries in a coal mine. But the assumption was, okay, you can digitize news, you can digitize music, you can digitize video, but you can't digitize a piece of luggage, you can't digitize a pair of eyeglasses. And you know, what companies like Warby Parker have shown us, or Casper in mattresses, or Away in luggage, or Glossier in cosmetics, is that yes, in fact, you can digitize all these things by digitizing the data and the relationships in their supply chains. So we have a proliferation in the economy now of what we call at IAB direct brands, and they are supplanting the indirect brands that have dominated for 100 years or more. And so what that means is there's a whole new category of advertising out there for local news organizations, local media companies, smaller media companies to be able to embrace and get revenue from. Historically, the main media industry, by which I mean network television, television stations, radio stations, magazines, newspapers, have relied very much, especially over the past 30 years or so, on just about 200 companies for the entirety of their revenue. And just to give you a little bit of a statistical sense of that, 200 companies have been responsible for 90% of network advertising revenues, 60% of total television revenues. Now, those companies, those top 200, their growth is stalled. They're not increasing their advertising spend. For journalism to thrive, there has to be an embrace of this new group of companies that are coming into existence at smaller scales, on local levels. And if the news industry, television, newspapers, magazines, others, can go chase them, understand their needs, understand how they're coming into existence, and how they need to connect to consumers, that's a brand new source of major revenue that can help the news industry flourish over the rest of this century.